This year, London had the largest number of extravagance properties sold any place on the planet, regardless of pandemic disorder and travel limitations restricting the developments of the super-rich. Global high-total assets purchasers are the typical bread and butter of the capital's superprime property market. Yet in 2021, supported by the drop-in contest, Londoners were eating up Uber manors, all things considered. That's why we brought you our top 10 list of the most luxurious penthouses in London. In the meantime, abroad purchasers had their hunger for London property whet by video visits, online media posts, and the overall efficiency of the pound. 10. The WARDROOM, Fortress PICKLECOMBE. Starting with the Fortress PICKLECOMBE, with some very high detail wrapped up all through. Expertly changed over, giving extraordinary and roomy convenience. Great open-plan, completely fitted kitchen, sitting/lounge area. Designed oak deck all through, 2 selective parking spots, and lift to the penthouse. This isn't your normal penthouse. Set inside a Grade 2 recorded fortification is the WARDROOM, a 4-bed penthouse with seas over the Plymouth coast. The insides are basic and rich, and there's a special reward of a rooftop patio with ocean seas. That is one thing you can't get that in London. You can remain at the fortification at a cost that begins with £78 every night for one room, which may be a very decent cost for a spot like this. 9. Apartment 19, SWAYLANDS, Tonbridge, £1.35. SWAYLANDS is a notable Victorian chateau in Tonbridge. Apartment 19 is a stupendous penthouse inside the memorable structure with the additional advantages of the first highlights, like fortified rises and a fancy put flight of stairs. There's likewise an enormous housetop patio with clearing perspectives on the manor's 50 sections of land. Accessible through Strutt and Parker for £1.35 million. SWAYLANDS is a great Victorian fortified chateau with stone mullioned windows that have been thoughtfully re-established to make 28 individual lofts. SWAYLANDS appreciates wonderfully finished gardens and grounds of around 50 sections of land that incorporate a rockery, lake, tennis courts, and rec center offices. Apartment 19 has been luxuriously delegated by the current proprietors, who utilize the administrations of an inside originator to make the sharp look. The loft is drawn nearer by its front entryway with a corridor and entryway prompting the turret flight of stairs and admittance to the rooftop overhang. 8 FLAMANT Rose, St. Catherine Dock, £1.495 million. FLAMANT Rose, or the Pink Flamingo in French, was formerly Edith Piaf's A Love Boat, on which she conducted a secret affair with her secret lover, married boxer Marcel Cerdan. The house was owned by so many notable celebrities, but the most well-known one was celebrity hypnotist Valerie Austin, who says that she is trying to sell it. The FLAMANT Rose was bought for Austin by her husband, who is also a hypnotist, 25 years ago as a gift during the early years of their marriage. The couple used to spend 6 months a year on the boat, which is moored in Wapping, but COVID has made it increasingly difficult to travel over from their other home in Florida. According to Austin, Piaf used to do seances on board because it has a very rare iron hull, which is spiritually electric. The 150-year-old boat has one cabin, decorated in a boudoir style with gold drapes, padded cream ceiling and walls, and a freestanding gold bath. She has also hosted many parties on the boat, including loaning it to Nigel Farage to hold a party for Brexit donors. 7 Penthouse, Pastry Kitchen Spot SW11. Set in the core of Battersea, you won't notice you're in London in this segregated condo. Wandsworth is the greenest of London precincts, with a lot of parks and attractions to enjoy. This penthouse is equipped with 3 bedrooms, beautiful interiors, and a 25-foot rooftop terrace. With a cost of £2.325 million, 1 pastry shop spot, London is a 2-room leasehold level. It is positioned as the 12th most costly property in SW111AT, with a valuation of £516,000, since it last sold in June 2017 for £563,000. Its worth has diminished by £47,000. 6 St. Pancras Chambers, Ruler's Cross, £4.6 million. This 2-bedroom penthouse is at present possessed by a popular entertainer, who has by altered the insides herself, incorporating with a covered rainbow up one of the particular Gothic window curves. The condo has the main painted roof in what is one of London's most notorious structures, and is the video for Wannabe, was shot on the pre-redesigned focal flight of stairs. It's the primary level specialists Shireen Malik and Lena Lee show to Russian restorative specialist Anastasia Kolesnikova, who at last concludes she needs more space and a nursery costing that much. All good. 5 Langdale House, Roehampton Door, £10.25 million. A new form manor in southwest London, Langdale House has a wine basement with space for roughly 1,000 containers of wine, a games room with a jukebox and projector screen, and a cellar level for staff or family. OPE's monetary accomplices get the visit in the expectation they'll open their little dark book to prescribe the property to a tycoon purchaser. The home loan representatives figured they could get a 70 to 85% contract, meaning a purchaser could require a store of, as it were, £1.5 million. How could a multi-tycoon need a home loan? While the normal purchaser needs a home loan to purchase a home, for the super rich getting the means to purchase a resource and putting away the cash somewhere else can make them a benefit, clarifies Masood Rashid, OPE's chief. 4 South Bank Tower, South Bank, £12 million. Despite the price tag, agent Shireen Malik describes the penthouse of this brand new tower in Southwark as a bargain, saying that if it was north of the river it could cost 4 times as much. She is selling the 4,500 square foot flat with 8-meter ceiling heights and 40-foot windows in a shell and core state, meaning it is a blank canvas for a potential buyer to put their stamp on. Malik enlists interior designer Dara Huang to envision a look for the penthouse to tempt her private young entrepreneur buyer to commit. He lives abroad so can only view the space via video tour. Huang is used to giving super high-end clients whatever they want, from home cinemas to baby shark tanks and even S&M rooms. We're very professional about it, we don't flinch, she says. 3 Kensington, London, £29.95 million. Situated on one of London's most sought-after private locations, this segregated 10-room house with lift and carport has been broadly renovated and once again planned. Put off from the road, behind its own arranged front nursery, the entry to the house is drawn nearer through advances that lead up and into the charitable entry corridor, which thus leads onto each of the 3 of the chief rooms on the raised ground floor. London sees from the Kensington rooftop porch. Photograph, John D. Wood. The drawing room highlights French windows driving straightforwardly onto the nursery and to the conventional lounge area. The kitchen/breakfast room offers a more loosened-up casual style, with tremendous southbound windows flooding the room with regular light. A little indoor pool and sauna, film room and exercise center as well as a housetop porch make this house an easy street. 2 Merton Path, London, £40 million. With a beautiful view over Hampstead Heath and the 2 section of land. For £40 million this 10-bed sits on a 2 section of the land site in a pined for area of North London. The posting says it is a customized family home with the convenience prevalently organized north of 3 stories, with the advantage of a significant, independent staff stop. It has a glass lift to each floor. On the main floor there is the expert suite with a bathroom. For further suites each with en-suite restrooms, while to the highest level there is a workspace with all-encompassing perspectives over the nurseries and Hampstead Heath past. The pool opens onto the nursery and there is a home rec center and pool room. The staff hold-up reaches out to roughly 4,400 square feet and there is garaging underneath for around 4 vehicles as well as adequate off-road leaving to the front of the house. 1 AMBERWOOD'S house, KNIGHTSBRIDGE. And finally, the best luxurious house in all of London is AMBERWOOD'S house, in Knightsbridge, with a price of approximately £75 million, the previous home of the famous ballet dancer Margot Fonteyn. Amberwood House was not only a regular house, but it was also used some many times to host visitors including Princess Margaret, Rudolf Nureyev, Yves Saint Laurent, and even John Wayne. Built in the Roaring Twenties, the 1928 property belonged to the Panamanian government office after Fonteyn passed away until 1991, the reason being that Fonteyn was married to the Panamanian minister. It was purchased by super designer Cam Babi, CEO of K10 Gathering, who spent full 4 years and an amount of £28 million, counting £580,000 on the Portland stone focal flight of stairs, to revamp the house into an 8-room, 15,300 square feet manor with a triple storm cellar. After she was done working on the house, which presently has 2 mixed drink bars, a 12-meter pool, and an outside residing region with a chimney, TV, and kitchen, Babi says that she is searching for a specialist to sell this standout home. So, did you like our video? Let us know in the comments down below which penthouse caught your liking. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like to the channel. See you next time on a brand new vid.